With Ratchet and Clank still killing it, Crash having a brand new game, evidence of Spyro 4 coming, and Sly Cooper being rumored to be existing, what's it looking like for Jak and Daxter? Is it positive? Whoa! What's up guys, Canadian Guy here, and back with a brand new Jak and Daxter video. This past decade has been a blast for those who were raised playing the PlayStation 1 and or PlayStation 2. First, we got Crash coming back with a remake of the classic trilogy. Spyro also joining in the fun with his classic trilogy. CTR getting a remake of The Ages, Ratchet and Clank making their debut on the PS5 with Rift Apart, and Crash getting his own brand new standalone game. The rumor mill also continues to burn hot for both Spyro 4, who has new trademarks listed, and Sly Cooper, whom now has multiple sources citing that he's making a comeback. Heck, we even had the unlikely hero, Sir Daniel Fortescue, come back in a medieval remake, a game that I never thought would ever see the light of day again. The PlayStation mascots are all back. It's so awesome that we're seeing them all. Wait, we're missing someone. In fact, we're missing two. Oh, that's right! Jak and Daxter. How could I forget? Jak and Daxter was an open world action adventure game that basically was everything that Crash Twinsanity wanted to be, and failed on. Great graphics, awesome exploration, and great characters. You name it, Jak and Daxter had it all in the bag of Wumpa Chips. The original trilogy also scored ridiculously well with the critics and overall was a fun time. While it didn't quite perform as well as Ratchet and Clank in the sales department, it still was a strong game that starred a significant duo that still resonates with fans to this day. So with that rumor mill rolling with Sly Cooper coming back in Spyro 4 and with Ratchet and Clank doing well, we gotta be getting a new Jak and Daxter soon, right? Right? Well, how about this? Don't ask me. Why don't we ask Evan Wells, co-president of Naughty Dog? During a chat with Insomniac's Ted Price, who is the president of Insomniac, at the Game Maker's Notebook series, Evan Wells was asked directly if they continue to get fan requests for a new Jak and Daxter game. Quote, "We do in fact," Wells replied. "We've had a couple of Twitter campaigns where people have been tweeting us every single day saying, I want a new Jak and Daxter, I want a new Jak and Daxter, and they aren't just simple 280 character tweets, they have Photoshop memes and everything they're including on a daily basis, and the effort has got to be significant. And I hate to break it to them, but we do not have a Jak and Daxter here in development right now." Honestly, I am a little bit confused by this. See, at one point in Jak and Daxter's history, there was supposed to be a Jak and Daxter 4. Like, an actual Jak 4 was in development by Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley. They worked on it for about 3 to 4 months, and at one point, it was going to be a full-scale reboot. They wanted to turn Jak and Daxter into a more gritty and lifelike game. Concept art started to float around internally, and there were a lot of awesome real-life takes on Jak that the studio absolutely loved. But that is not where the problem lied. The problem lied with Daxter. Because of this new idea of making the game more real-life and gritty, Daxter would no longer have the capability to talk, and every iteration of Daxter just didn't land right. Daxter was not Daxter without his sass and without him talking, and after much discussion, they shelved the project and decided to work on something new. This is when they started the production of The Last of Us. Now, I actually do agree with the idea of a reboot. In my series, Remake, Reboot, or Retire, I said that Jak and Daxter should be rebooted. The first Jak and Daxter plays like a 3D Crash Bandicoot. The second game plays like Crash Bandicoot meets Grand Theft Auto. And then Jak 3 is more of the same, but less Grand Thefty and more Crash Bandicoot-y, I guess. The point is that the series kinda lost its identity somewhere along the way. A reboot with a clear vision of what the trilogy is and what it will become is the right choice in my opinion. However, making it live action and gritty? No, Chief, that ain't it. And Naughty Dog knew that too. That's why it was shelved. Now, I mentioned that I was confused, and here's why. When you do a reboot, it allows you to start on a clean slate. It allows you to try something new with the characters and fix errors that you made before in the series. But the awesome thing about reboots is that it already comes with a dedicated fan base that also enjoyed the original source material. I'm also not saying to reboot the game completely, but to start where the first Jak and Daxter started, create a clear path for 3 games, and then try again. Naughty Dog, though, doesn't seem overall interested in doing that. In fact, in other articles and interviews, they just said that they're just not interested in doing that style of game and that they're focused on live action, really gritty games. So, does that mean that Jak and Daxter is never coming back? Well, I don't want to say that. See, the game series could see some sort of a comeback from another studio. For example, at the moment, I think Sumo Digital, a company outside of the Sony umbrella, is working on Sly Cooper. I have a video explaining why if you want to check it out. And we just found out recently from an Irish artist that a huge and beloved remake is being announced in December. Now, this is where things could get interesting. December 2021 is the 20th anniversary month of the original Jak and Daxter. Also, recently, Blue Point Games was acquired by PlayStation Studios, and sources had confirmed that they are working on a PlayStation classic as a remake. Could it be Jak and Daxter? Maybe they're doing an anniversary announcement. We have no idea. However, in regards to the original article talking about the Irish singer, some people think it's Chrono Cross, or maybe even Metal Gear Solid. Only time will tell. But if the 20th anniversary comes and goes for Jak and Daxter, and neither Sony nor Naughty Dog does anything significant, then at the moment, Jak and Daxter just doesn't seem to be on their radar. Maybe it's the inconsistency between the 3 games that gives Jak and Daxter a bit of a loss of identity that's deterring Sony from making more games in that IP. Maybe there's just something else that's keeping the unlikely duo locked away from fans. We don't know. But I will say this. If anything comes up to suggest that there will be some form of a comeback for Jak and Daxter, I will let you know immediately, so make sure to subscribe to stay tuned. Anyway, would you like to see Jak and Daxter come back? Would you like it to just be a remaster, or would you do a complete and utter reboot? Comment below and let me know. Thank you so much to all those who not only support the channel, but myself and my family. Because of your contributions, I'm able to do this full time. If you'd like to support the channel, please consider clicking the join button or becoming a Patreon with the link in the description. I also live stream every Thursday and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on by and say hi. Again, thank you to everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next video and or live stream.